Welcome to FBB Forum. If you like this content, please be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to the FBB Forum YouTube and Instagram pages. Links are included in the video description down below. I'm very pleased to welcome the phenomenal IFBB Pro Wellness athlete, Teresa Myers, to the podcast. Teresa previously competed with the last name of Brooks in the women's physique division and earned her pro card in physique at the Masters Nationals in 2018. She switched from physique to wellness in 2023. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And last competed at the Legions Pro in 2023 and 2024. And Teresa has a really amazing look, and I'm really pleased to have her join me on the podcast. Welcome, Teresa. It's great to have you here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I had an interview not too long ago with your bestie, Trish Wood, and it was really great to meet her. And I know y'all live close by and y'all see each other all the time, but it was really good to get to meet you here.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. So
she's my bestie and my coach.
Bestie and coach. Oh, that's true. Yeah. And you guys, you said you're both coming to the Clash in Orlando on November 2nd and also to Atlantic Coast on November 15th?
Correct. Or is it 16th?
It might be 16th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be flying back to California twice, or are you going to stay in Florida?
We're going to come back.
Oh, wow.
We have too busy of lives, so we have to come back and then go back again.
Oh, no, that's a long flight, though. But yeah, I understand that, though.
Yes.
So my first few questions are about how you got started in bodybuilding, and I was wondering if you had an athletic or sports background before you started.
Yes. So I grew up mainly playing soccer at a very young age. I also did synchronized swimming. I played soccer up through junior college. I did 2 years. And then I played all the way into my adult league into my 30s. I also played high school and 1 year of junior college water polo. But soccer was my main sport. I think that's where I get the quads from. I can't remember exactly. I think it was the year 2010. I injured my knee and then found out I was pregnant. So I ended up kind of doing my own kind of physical therapy, I guess you could say. And I had a good girlfriend that was looking into bodybuilding at the time. And she said, oh, you should try this. And it's good because it's isolated muscle movement. You don't have all the jerking of the running and the sport of soccer. And I thought, well, I'm already stocky, I guess you could say. And I wanted to continue to play sports. So she was doing research on coaches, and that's how she came across Trish Wood, and at the time, her ex-husband, Mike Wood, through Iron Addiction. So I started with them. Well, I had my daughter, so I had her in 2011, and then in 2013, I started up with Trish at Iron Addiction. And I've been with her ever since.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah, but it kind of got me started. And at the time, I was like, oh, this should be pretty easy. Just step on stage and flex, no big deal. And then I realized, oh, this is a whole other ball game. It's like beauty pageant. It's, pricey. But I remember her telling me when I was prepping for my first show, and that I'm either going to go one of two directions. I'm either going to step on stage and hate it and never want to do it again, or I'm going to step on stage and become addicted. And here I am addicted.
I got you. I think that happens with a lot of ladies that kind of get addicted to it, and it becomes not just a sport, but it's a lifestyle. It's a 24/7 kind of thing, and
Absolutely.
There's a thrill to being on stage too, and and all that leads up to it too. So
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, when I first walked in too, I wanted, wellness wasn't around at the time. And I wanted to do figure. And Trish said, nope, you won't do good in figure. So try
Uh-huh.
physique. And what? I wanted the heels and all that. She's like, no, you're a physique girl. And then my first like prep with her, I kind of asked her a couple times, like, what do you think? Figure, figure? And she's like, no, you won't do well. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop asking. And
Uh-huh.
then sure enough, I did well enough to get my pro card in it. So
That's
yeah.
terrific. Yeah. And it's good to defer to her as the expert too, you know, she, yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, she could see things differently than I can. So she knows
Oh
what she's
yeah.
talking about.
She's awesome. Yeah. I'm really pleased that she's coming back to compete again. I think that's great.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Yeah. After like what, 4-year absence, I think.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to the Olympia when she competed there. And I did her makeup. And then yeah, it's been 4 years, and this time I'm going with her to do her makeup again.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
terrific. Yeah. You're not competing at those shows though, are you?
They do not have wellness there, so no.
Oh no. Oh, I see. Oh,
Bummed.
okay.
I was
Uh-huh.
bummed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just yeah, get back into physique. That's what works. Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't want to compete against my coach. Yeah, right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah.
Although we did compete against each other. I can't even remember what year that was.
Mm.
I want to say it was 2020. Um, I know it was Wings of Strength. Drawing a blank, but yeah, we did compete against each other one time.
That's terrific. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I think yeah, it'd be just good rivalry, you know. So.
right, right. Got to check.
I was curious, do you have a fitness role model that you look up to?
When I first started, I was kind of looking up the women's physique and such. Dana Lynn Bailey kind of was one that stood out to me, mostly because she was a soccer player.
Yeah.
Um, and Brooke, I'm again drawing a blank on her name.
Brooke Walker?
Yes, Brooke Walker. She's one of my inspirations too. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
she's amazing, isn't she? I love Brooke is phenomenal, and I missed her not being at the Olympia this year. I'm just so used to her being there, you know. So
yeah, they're both phenomenal. So I haven't quite, I'm still new to the wellness division, so starting to learn who everybody is and figure out, I mean, I can't pick a favorite. They're all amazing. So
oh yeah, they are. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know the wellness ladies as well as physique and bodybuilding and figure. So I'm kind of learning too with wellness.
yeah.
But yeah, the ladies are amazing there. I was curious when you first got up on stage in a bikini for your first show, was it kind of nerve-wracking for you, or and how do you
Oh,
feel now, at a show? Do you get nervous?
oh yeah. There's always that adrenaline and nerves because you have to put on a performance. Um, I kind of call it like my alter ego because it's like that's so not me to be like, hey, look at me, glitz and glam and blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but it's fun to do. I mean, I'm still a girl, so it's still fun to get dolled up and show off your hard work and kind of have that, I don't know, I wouldn't say attention, but just for people to see, like, wow, she's really put in some work and look at how beautiful it can look when the whole package is put together.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Hold on just a second.
Sure.
Hey, we're back. We were having a little technical difficulties, but I think we're good now. Now, so no, I know you most recently competed at the Open and Masters classes at the Wellness and Legions Pro earlier this year. How did
Mhm.
you place there, and how did you like the show? Did you enjoy it?
For this year, yes. I've done Legions a number of times, even in physique. Chris Minnis and Center Podium, they put on a great show. They treat their athletes well, and it's just, I love it. Plus, it's fairly local for me, so it's driving distance.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I feel like this year was the year that I had the most confidence stepping on stage. And I didn't mess up my routine.
Nice. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I nailed it finally.
Did it took, I was curious, did it take you a while to get, transition from physique to wellness? Because that's like a whole different ball game, and
Yeah. So last year, well, so my last physique show was in 2021, I believe,
hmm
um, in the Bahamas. And I just, remember standing in line and thinking, wow, these women are huge,
hmm
beautiful, but huge. And I think in just that time in my life, I was kind of maybe a little bit burnt out, didn't want to keep growing, growing, growing. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to retire and not compete for a while or not compete at all ever again. Um, so I took 2 years off, and then I don't know, 2023, I was like, okay, Teresa, get your back together.
hmm
Bodybuilding completes me. I just feel it's just something more than just stepping on stage and winning a trophy. There's so much more to it for me. Yeah, so I love it. But so with that being said, the 2 years off, I would still train here and there. I definitely was not following a very good diet. Um, but I would mostly train legs, every now and again train upper body. But then when I decided to come back, I went to Trish and was like, what do you think if I were to try wellness? Because again, I didn't want to keep getting bigger. Um, for me personally too, it's just so hard to get so lean.
hmm
Um, and so I just wanted to kind of try something new. I've always been quad dominant. Um, and she was like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's diet. We'll step on stage and kind of see where you fit. Um, but during that 12-week prep, I still trained like I was in physique.
Okay.
Um, I was pretty much ready 4 weeks out. And then it turned into, okay, now we have to fill you out again because got super lean fairly
Oh, okay.
quick.
Yeah.
Because my body, especially the front, wants to be lean and vascular. But anyway, so we kind of took that last month of filling me up. So I had lots of cheat meals, lots of ice cream.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Good.
yeah, and then it just got to the point of, okay, well, here's what I'm bringing to the stage. Um, and that year I did not do well. I was overlooked completely. And yeah,
Okay.
it's hard, but I took that fuel, as my fire. So, okay, I was able to prep pretty quickly. Trish said, it's not that you didn't belong on stage, but you just didn't fit the criteria.
Okay. Yeah.
So I took that off season from 2023 to 2024 and really trained as a wellness competitor.
I got you.
And
Yeah.
I have not trained upper body in about 6 months.
Really? Wow.
Yes. Um, but I had put the size on where I needed it, especially in the glutes. I downsized my upper body a bit. And then and then for 2024, I felt like was my best show. And I felt like it was already a win because I had so much improvement from 2023. Um, I
Sure.
placed, I think it was like 21st out of 32 in the open.
Okay.
And then I placed fourth out of 9 in masters.
Oh, very good.
Um, yeah. So again, I got judge feedback from that show, and he said that I brought a lot of strength to the stage, just a little too much in my upper body.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
So again, I am not training upper body.
Oh, that's amazing. You look like you're training upper body. Your upper body looks great.
I think genetically, I say I got my dad's upper body, my mom's lower half. Um, I've always had shoulders. I remember in high school, people would, mention how big my shoulders were, and I never weight trained in high school or anything. I played soccer.
Hmm.
Um, water polo probably helped, but still, I never actually trained them, and I had them. So
Wow. That's very
yeah,
cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's a kind of a big transition. I know another pro physique woman I know that switched to wellness is Jada Beverly, but I think she's kind of having similar issues in terms of maybe being a little overlooked and also trying to downsize her upper body too to fit the
Mhm,
criteria. So, um,
mhm.
but I think it just takes time, and the
Yeah,
judges have to get maybe used to you in wellness as well.
yeah. Well, and I think for me too, I don't know about everybody, but it takes time to build muscle. And so it takes time to lose it as well. And not that I want to lose it completely. I'm not going to get, stick arms or nothing, but
Yeah.
I do carry a lot in my shoulders. So it'd be nice if they could go to my glutes. That'd be great.
Yeah, I got you.
If you could just tell it where to go. Um, but yeah, so it was really hard for me at first to kind of mentally, I started just trying to lift what we would call baby weights, so like 5 pounders, and I just kept telling Trisha, I'm like, this is just so weird to me. I don't feel like I'm earning my food. Like, it was really hard because I like to lift heavy,
Yeah.
and I love training shoulders. So mentally, it was hard, and it was almost like easier the fact that she told me to not lift it at all.
Mm.
So to me, I was like, okay, well, if I just don't have an upper body day, then I don't have to think about how I'm not lifting very heavy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I imagine the transition is going to take a little while, and over time, you'll kind of grow into the wellness division more, I think,
Yeah. I think this year at Legions just kind of gave me some hope to keep going in the direction I'm going. And
Mhm.
I say I'm going to reach for the stars. I would love to qualify for Masters Olympia, which I like didn't even realize existed. I was
Oh
like, you know
yeah,
what?
it
Why
just came
not?
back last year. Yeah, it came
Yeah.
back. So yeah, that'd be great to qualify for that and get to go to Tokyo. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the end of August. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? You just try. All I can do is try.
that's awesome. Where
Yeah.
do you know where do you hope to compete next? Or
I'm not sure what the wellness schedule is. I'm gonna wait obviously till the list comes out, and I think that's
Hmm,
December, right?
usually
Um,
December. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So once that comes out, I'll kind of plan my season. Um, I've only really been able to do legions because it's driving distance, cost wise and time wise. But I'm gonna work really hard on, I don't know, trying to make it happen next year to hopefully do 2 to 3 shows instead of just one.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. And that I guess that's one advantage with wellness. I think there's more shows available than there are for physique. So I think that there's be more opportunities for you.
Yeah, I think though when I like looked at the schedule, there is more, but I felt like they were much further away. So like
Oh, really?
Brazil and Spain and so
Oh, I see.
so
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
then
not
again,
good.
I wasn't looking at the whole season. I just was focusing on Legion. So
Yeah.
when it comes out for next year, I'll have a different mindset and kind of be able to figure it out that way.
And that kind of leads into my next question in terms of you just did the one show Legions for this year and last year, but I was curious, is that the main reason why, just because of proximity?
Yeah, and cost, because as you know, this sport is not cheap.
I know,
And
yeah.
mostly the expense comes with traveling.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's hard to just kind of get away. I'm also a mom, so I have to keep that in mind and all that. So yeah, it's not easy to just be like, oh yeah, let's go.
I got you. I understand. How
Yeah.
how old are you have one kid or
I have two. I have a son that's 15 and a daughter that's 13.
oh, okay, cool. So they're still at
Yeah.
home with you and stuff too. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
they're still young and they keep me busy. I'm a taxi right now, is what I am.
Oh yeah, they're too young to drive too. That's
Yeah.
true.
But soon my son will be driving, so
Yeah,
I'll
he
have a
could
little more freedom.
I know that's true. And he can chauffeur your daughter around too. So
Right, exactly.
yeah. Um, I was curious in terms of earning your pro card at the Masters Nationals, what was that experience like? Did you enjoy it?
Oh my God, that was amazing. Pittsburgh was amazing. So at the time, Trish and I were living together. And when you live with your coach, you better make sure you win.
Uh-huh.
But she had me so dialed in. She had confiscated my gum, sugar-free gum,
Uh-huh.
and she was, so detailed that because I was eating sweet bell peppers, and she says, no, those have more sugar in them. So I had to switch
Uh-huh.
to regular. And it's like, man, if she didn't live with me, she probably wouldn't even know I was eating those, and I wouldn't have thought there was a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, she had me dialed in. So yeah, we went there together and we had this awesome Airbnb. It was like such a great experience. And not only did I win first in my division, but I won the overall. So I was like,
Oh,
yes,
wow. That's
yeah,
awesome. Very cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was I just couldn't believe it.
I bet that helped having Trish living with you, and then because that hold you accountable and
Oh,
probably
absolutely.
helped you
Yeah,
get your pro
yeah.
card that way. Yeah.
She fine-tuned it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She was already a pro by then too, I think, wasn't she?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So she was like cracking the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been there, done that. This is how you do it. I'm like, okay.
Uh-huh. That's good though to have her guidance though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very good at like, if you tell me what to do, I'll do it. Um, so that's, I don't know, I've probably been good in the military or something. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir. Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, and in terms of how long have you competed? I wasn't sure about that. Or unless you
So
mentioned.
I started in 2013, so going on 12 years.
Okay,
But
cool.
but again, I had that 2-year break in there, so
And
totally.
and you did wellness for 2 years now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Well, technically 1 year, because yeah, pretty much. I mean, 2 shows, but they were a year apart.
oh, I
So
see. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because they were both then
so
or there was
yeah,
legions and
yeah, yeah.
sorry, our technical difficulties a little bit there, but I think we're okay.
Okay.
I was wondering if you'd consider return to physique division because as a fan, I just like the flexing.
I know. Well, it's funny. I've been asked that question a couple times, and my answer is I'll never say never. Um, just because, like, when I thought I was retiring, nope, I'm not. So yeah, I'll never close that door.
Mhm.
It's always an option, and muscle has memory. So um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm enjoying this, and just kind of go from there.
That's very cool. Yeah, I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
I was curious what has been your favorite bodybuilding show so far?
Oh my gosh, I've had so many. um, wow. I mean, the Bahamas was amazing just because of the location.
Yeah, but that was beautiful there.
Yeah, I'm terrible at remembering all the show names, but there was the one in Florida that I did. I want to say Atlantic Coast, maybe.
Oh yeah, Atlantic Coast in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, yes, that was
Uh-huh.
an amazing show. I did really well there. I did well at the Wings of Strength. What's it called? Arizona Pro? What's the one?
Arizona Pro.
No,
Yeah,
with the one that's for all the women.
yeah, that's Arizona Pro for the
Okay,
physique.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I did
Yeah.
that one. Um, Gosh, I mean, obviously my first show, just because it's your first show. That was the Tahoe show.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. Every show has its like just good memories for me, whether I did well or not.
That's great.
um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but this last show I did was probably by far my favorite.
Oh, good. Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legions. I haven't been to that show before, but it's always like a really good show. I always liked it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't even. I think I've done it almost every year I've competed. Has been pretty much almost every year I've done legions.
Yeah.
With a few years, maybe not, but I've done that. I've done, well, at least center podium. I've done quite a bit of their shows. So
Oh, I know. They put on a good show for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, in physique and in wellness, have you sought out judge feedback And if so, did they give you, what did they say you need to improve upon?
So in physique for a while there, it's, more conditioning, more conditioning.
Hmm.
There was 1 year I had to kind of go down to one leg day a week and then build my upper body more because again, I'm quad dominant. So I had to take that season to build my upper body so it could be more symmetrical.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, judge feedback. Sometimes you gotta just, it's a give and take. Like, okay, I don't know why you're telling me this. Like one year, I was at San Jose show and I got judge feedback that said, so I had some purple extensions in my hair and I had a purple suit and she just said that the hair was distracting and that I had my tattoos were distracting and I had lots of stretch marks. And I'm like,
Oh.
wait, that has nothing to do with my physique.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, was she just giving me feedback to give me feedback? I don't know, but it is what it is. Like, so I just didn't wear the purple hair again.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's cool. I'm just curious if there was anything. Yeah, but I understand about with conditioning and anything
yeah.
in particular with wellness that they want you to improve upon, or.
We'll definitely just keep downsizing my upper body.
Hmm. Yeah.
He didn't mention anything about my lower body, so I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm doing it right
Oh,
there.
good.
So
Good. Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I think I put in the work for sure. You could tell the difference in my before or my 2023 photos versus 2024. So um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've noticed that too. Yeah. Yeah. You look better, I think, in 2024. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but I also think the difference too in 2023, which Trish changed it up this year. So I've pretty much been able to do like an 8-week prep, which is kind of crazy. But
Hmm.
but last year, so we were trying to fill me out, and it's more of a dirty bulking, not bulking because I wasn't in bulking phase, but it was more cheat meals. Where this year we decided to do more refeeds. So it was
Yeah.
more days with more of the right food. And I think that really
Okay.
made a difference once I got on
Yeah.
stage. So it was for me, a better, fuller look. Um, I, I personally like still the lines and the vascularity and all of that. So it's hard for me to like think that the fullness is going to look good on me, or if I'm
Uh-huh.
going to like it. But I mean, yeah. So
That's cool. Yeah, I think you can have a good balance between the fullness and the vascularity and the leanness, and
yeah,
um,
and we're working with it. This year definitely was the best so far.
so that's very
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah.
I was curious if there's any advice that you could provide to ladies who are seeking to earn their pro card. I know, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but, you know, just based on your own experience and even maybe from Trish.
Yeah, well, I remember Trish like a couple lines. One of his like, "Hey, the other women aren't eating that, so stop."
Yeah.
Or there was a line that was, because it's so dialed in. It's like, okay, that's the difference between a champion and an amateur. So because you have to dial it in, like everything counts.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
like I know personally, I could never do a prep just based on macros. Um, I need the real specific, okay, this much amount of chicken, this much amount of rice, and um,
Hmm.
yeah, so the macro uh, planning doesn't work for me.
I gotcha.
um,
I understand.
but yeah, I mean, just pay attention to the fine details because it really makes a difference.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's really good point. That's good advice too. Yeah. Um, Now I know Trish is your coach, but I was curious if you have a posing coach too, or is she your opposing coach?
That's she's my everything.
Uh, that's
She's
awesome.
my therapist. She's my, you know, ride or die girl.
Uh-huh.
She's my coach. She's my bestie. She's my I don't know. She's everything.
Oh,
I'm
that's
one
really,
lucky gal.
that's really cool. I know. I think that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, so to kind of make a good point too, is I've been in my best shape these two wellness shows, and she's been the one that's done everything for me. Because before then, she had done my posing and my workouts and stuff, and other people had done the diet. Where these last 2 years has been my best physique because she has taken over all of it.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And the good part is because I've been with her so long and she knows me on a level that most coaches don't know their athletes.
Yeah.
But she also knows my personality. Like there's been years where it's like, man, you really like to be put under pressure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she'll know how like I respond to certain things. Yeah, she knows my personality. Like she knows I don't love to do cardio.
Uh-huh. Yeah, gotcha.
So yeah. So it's good to have a coach that you've been with for a while because then they get to know you more and that makes a difference as well. I
Yeah.
There's athletes that will go from coach to coach to coach to coach thinking, it might be this coach that'll do something better for me or this coach. And it's like, no, you should be consistent because it makes a difference. For your uh, I don't know. I suggest that once you find a good coach, you stick with them.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, and I think that's right. Um and I think, just being close friends helps. She obviously cares for you and is looking out for you. So I mean,
Yeah, for
yeah, that
sure.
makes a big difference. So yeah.
Yeah, she's got my best interest at heart. So I say my win is her win. Her wins are my win.
Yeah, I got you. Is
So yeah.
Oh, is Trish over there now?
Yeah, she is.
She should poke her
You wanna
head.
come say hi? I'll say hi. Come say hi.
Hey, Trish. How
There
are
she
you?
is. Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you. Oh yeah, I got the flex going on. Thank you. I'm excited
I'm
for
like,
you.
I got like 20 pounds on her, but you can't
That's
tell.
so
Look
tiny
at
right
how,
now.
20 pounds,
how,
really? Oh yeah. You got a height difference too, don't you, I think?
Yeah.
yeah.
3 inches? 2.5? Two?
No, it's a little
Three?
close to 4.
Oh, 4 inches.
I'm 5'3", you're what, 4'11"?
Yeah,
Yeah. 4 inches on her
yeah,
and
Oh,
20
that's great.
pounds.
that's right.
I'm excited for you, Trish, competing here
Thank
soon
you.
and
Me
great that
too.
Teresa will be there to support you too. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna be having so much fun backstage.
That'll be awesome.
got her.
I hope to see you compete too, but I'm just like I said, I had my company come in, so I just got to convince him to come with
Yeah.
me. So yeah,
I'm gonna do Fort Lauderdale 2 weeks after.
I know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Fort Lauderdale because I've got two big events for work, and I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to get home in between them. I think so. I might miss that one,
Okay.
but Clash is going to
Yay.
be more convenient for me and better for me. So yeah, I hope to
Yeah,
see you in Orlando for sure. Yeah.
good. I'll let y'all get back.
Thanks, Trish.
Okay.
So that's her. That's the genius behind it all.
She's awesome. Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm pleased that she's coming back to compete again. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And what I find what's awesome with her is she's humble enough to get a coach for herself
yeah.
because I think it's definitely different when how you view yourself versus someone else's eyes. So I think
Mhm.
that's smart. Coaches need coaches too.
Oh no, I agree. I think that's important for coaches to
Yeah.
have coaches. Yeah, because you need that kind of third party, different eye as
Yeah,
an expert.
definitely.
To
Definitely. And especially as women, we're going to pick ourselves apart no matter what, right?
oh yeah, no, I know totally. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an advantage to having a female coach as a female competitor? I mean,
I do. Yes.
yeah.
I mean, I've had some great coaches, but there's definitely a difference between male and female when it comes to competing and our hormones and where we carry our weight. And I'm not saying it's not hard for the men, but it's definitely hard for the women. With we're meant to be you know having babies, so
Yeah.
to get lean for a woman is hard. Like naturally, we just carry more body fat anyway.
Yeah, that's
So
true. No, I think it is. It's tougher, and I think it's more expensive with the, the competition suit and
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
the makeup and the hair and everything, so.
Yeah. And we're more emotional about it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Where if a woman, doesn't do well, it's like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? What can I do to change it? I feel like some men are like, if I don't do well, oh, it's the judges. It's because the judges don't know what they're talking about. Or
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I'm
I
just
got you.
kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not really that way, but yeah. Yeah, it's definitely difference between male and female.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I can see that. I was curious if you could say like what's the most challenging aspect of prep for you?
Um, Gosh, for wellness or physique, um, or
Or,
just
or
in general.
I guess in general.
Challenging. I mean, it's all challenging, and that's probably what I love about it because it is a 24-hour sport. So I don't have a set schedule. So I guess part of my challenge is just kind of fitting it all in. I prefer to work out in the morning. That way I don't have to worry about, getting it in. But there's definitely days where it's like, oh my gosh, it's like 9:30 at night and I still have to get my workout in.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and then obviously, the temptations. A lot of events are revolved around food and alcohol and treats and sweets. And of course I have kids and I love mac and cheese and ice cream, but you just have to control your food and not let the food control you.
That's good advice. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
you definitely have to have this mindset and just be like, and I try to teach my kids that it's not that I can't have it, I choose not to have
Hmm.
it, because everything's a choice. So yeah, I could choose to have a heaping scoop of peanut butter, or I can actually scrape off the top.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense, definitely. And yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at food too. I think having teenagers at home that would make it tough, because if you're
Oh
shopping
yeah.
for them and you're buying stuff that's not so healthy, but they probably need the
Yeah.
calories anyway.
I feel like that gives me a lot of empowerment though, to be able to, not get sucked into that. It's like, wow, I have the power and control of myself, to be able to be around it, to be able to have it in my house. I mean, yes, there's phase. I've had more difficult times in women's physique, I think more because you have to get so lean where
Yeah.
it was a lot harder and I just had to kind of like gut my kitchen. I'm like, no chocolate in the house anywhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, I've had those moments where my cravings were, worse sometimes than others, but yeah, I mean, it is empowering to be able to take control of your choices.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good point, a good way of looking at it. I was curious if you could give advice to ladies that are watching who are looking for a good coach, like what should they be looking for?
Trish Wood at
Well,
Iron Addiction
yeah,
2.0.
obviously.
What I do love about Trish and her coaching style is she's not going to sugarcoat anything.
Hmm.
She's not going to let you slip up and kind of, pat your back and be like, it's okay, you'll be fine. No, she's going to tell you how it is. So you got to kind of have some thick skin
Hmm.
and be able to take, sometimes not the good news. Like you might think you're looking great, but she knows where you are in your prep and where you should be at certain stages in your prep. And if you're not where you need to be, she will tell you you're not. So
Hmm.
you have to take that and use it as fuel. Um,
Hmm.
and you know, I've learned that my way doesn't work. Her way does.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want a coach that's gonna, kind of be too soft on you and yeah, oh, you're still doing good, which I mean, yes, you still are, but she doesn't sugarcoat and you don't want sugarcoating because you want to be ready.
Hmm.
At the amateur level, there's a lot of athletes that want like a warm-up show.
Hmm.
Um, as a pro, you don't get a warm-up show. There is no
Yeah.
warm-up. You better be ready.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
my
gotta
best advice, even for amateurs. Just be ready. There's no
Uh-huh.
need for a warm-up. Just be ready.
Okay. That's good advice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your kids, are they supportive of your bodybuilding efforts? Do they come to your shows and such?
Yeah, they've been. So my kids have pretty much grown up in the gym because I started when my son was what, 4 and my daughter was 2.
Wow.
So to
Yeah.
me, it was kind of like, oh, this is my me time. They can be in the little daycare. It took both of them till they were 13 to finally be like, hey, mom, I think I want to work out now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so my son started right around he was 13. And I told him he was going to train a summer with Trish because, mom doesn't know anything, right? So, and Trish was able to get him started, teaching him form, teaching, like, she was explaining reasons as to why he's doing certain workouts, because he's a soccer player as well. So certain
Mm.
things are good to, build your quads and then you'll get more speed and blah, blah, blah. So with him, he's wanted to do bodybuilding. I told him I would like him to wait until high school sports are over because they don't go hand in hand. And,
Yeah, that's
high
true.
school's only 4 years. Once it's gone, where bodybuilding's going to always be there. So my
Yeah.
advice to him is just wait. You're still young. Enjoy your high school sports. And then after that, we can kind of discuss it. My daughter's just now wanting to get in the gym.
Mhm.
She wants abs, which her name's Abby, so it's cute. But I
Oh, that's
tell
good.
her abs are made in the kitchen. They're
Yeah.
not made in the gym. So I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
that's
you
true.
can tighten them up and have them firm, but in order to see them, you gotta eat correctly. So
Oh
and
yeah.
my kids are healthy eaters. Of course they're still kids, but they're pretty well rounded with their food. And I've tried not to make food an issue as
Okay.
I raised them in the sport. Again, I say it's a choice. It's not that I can't have it. I just choose not to have it. Um, so yeah, and now it's fun to we eat at home a lot. And when I have my cheat meals, it's fun to be like, hey, let's go eat crappy food together.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
kind of nice to be able to do that sometimes. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. So
sound like some great kids too. So you're lucky in that regard, I think. Yeah.
I am. They're awesome. So
That's awesome. Very
yeah.
cool.
Good job, mom.
Oh yeah, no. I admire the muscle mamas. I've said this a few times that it would make a great like Netflix reality show to like follow the bodybuilding moms around because I just
The
think it would be
real hard bodies of California.
yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I love
I
that.
know. We need a reality show.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, to like live the life of a bodybuilder because, well, that's the thing is like, people they love it and they want to look like that, but they have no idea what it takes.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of people from outside sources will give you advice or their opinions, and it's like, okay, but have you done it? Have you been in my shoes? And until you have, you kind of have no say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think
um,
I think Netflix should pick it up because I think it would be
I
interesting.
know. Hey,
Probably.
Netflix, real hard bodies,
I love that. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
right?
Now I
I
know
think it'd be a hit.
I think so too. I think it would be the new Tiger King, be like, yeah.
Let's
Um,
go for it. I'll write him a letter or something.
Tiger King was interesting to me because a lot of it was set in Tampa because that's where the Big Cat Rescue is based. So
Oh
just
yeah,
seeing
yeah. I
all
never,
the
I
Tampa
never got
landmarks was
into
cool.
it.
I
Yeah,
never
I
got
never
into
got
it.
into it, but everybody was watching it. But
Oh, it
I'm
was
not a
fascinating.
big TV person, so yeah.
It was really interesting. It was kind of trashy and it was just it was just crazy. It was nuts and it
They
didn't
they got
put
to keep
Tampa
you
in a good light.
entertained. So, I said they have to keep you entertained, so they got to throw some of the trash in, and
Oh yeah, that Joe Exotic. He's so trashy. He's oh my gosh. Yeah, but it was fun to watch. It was. Oh man. Now, I know you live in Roseville, which is in the Sacramento metro area, and I was curious if do you find that you have a supportive bodybuilding community there?
Oh yeah, I have. It's there's not a lot of us that bodybuild, but it seems like I'm surrounded by a lot. Um, so yeah, I mean, with Iron Addiction 2.0, like we have our team, we're the Iron Addiction team. So yeah, and Trish owns the gym. So, and that's where I work out every day. And I've met some really amazing people. She does a lot of posing clients too, so they don't necessarily go to her gym, but you still have that community. Even she does remote training, so every now and again, somebody from Modesto or she's even got a client in Japan right now. So,
Really?
um,
Wow.
yeah, so she does it all. And she doesn't just train bodybuilders, like even someone that, has health problems and needs to lose weight, or just someone that has, just goals in general. So yeah, she's not just a bodybuilding coach, she's a life coach. Like whatever your life path is, she's there to help you. So
That's
I'm
great.
sure she's had many clients that she's been able to get off of medication. Um, so yeah, there's definitely, I know a lot of people see, me and her and a lot of the people that go there, train really hard or are competitors. So they all just think, oh, well, you have to be a bodybuilder to go there. And it's like, no, you don't.
No, I see.
Anybody can go there. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a women's group that we do like a Saturday morning booty camp. And a lot of her group trainings are women of all ages and sizes. And so it's like, it's, yeah, it's for anybody.
That's great. No, I think that's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah. And I wonder, yeah, I would think lifestyle clients might be even easier to deal with because, the sometimes the bodybuilding clients
Well,
can be kind of a wreck, you know.
well, but she also does like vegans, vegetarian. I mean, someone that
Oh,
wants to do a keto diet, like, so she's got those. I think those are harder because,
yeah.
you got to find other sources of protein. But yeah, she'll help all those types of, diets that people prefer. Um,
Okay.
they might not always be the ones she suggests, but if that's how they want their diet, she can definitely help them.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, she's very well rounded.
That's awesome. I know she's
Yeah,
been doing it for a while, so she's got a lot of good experience too. Yeah.
yeah, and she's doing great on her own. Like she's doing the best that she has in the years that I've known her. So she's up there
That's
for
terrific.
sure.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I was curious if you could tell me like why it's important to have a, supportive partner in bodybuilding.
Well, yeah, because it's not easy. Um, so you have to kind of have somebody that at least has some sort of understanding of it. I know it's hard for someone to really understand unless they've done it. But this, especially being a woman with muscle, it's not the norm. So we do get a lot of attention.
Hmm.
Um, and sometimes that can be hard for other people around you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a partner, you hope your partner has some good self-confidence, and that
Yeah.
they can be like proud of you, and just be able to be like, wow, she's mine, or, whatever. Not mine as like property, but like just be proud of it rather than, oh my gosh, it's getting too much attention, put a sweatshirt on or something.
Yeah, I
And that's
got you.
one thing too. I've even asked my kids, because my son plays high school soccer, and it's like I asked him, like, are you okay if I wear a tank top? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, well, I just don't want to embarrass you, because I know
Yeah.
some of his teammates are like, oh, she's got like spider webs all over her, which are my veins. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I think sometimes it's hard, sometimes I'll feel like I'm a freak show, because it's like it's just because it's not the norm.
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
you get a lot of attention for that, whether it be positive or negative. Certainly there's a lot more positive, which is nice, but yeah, I mean, just for your partner to kind of understand the aspects of it, with it being a 24-hour sport, like your sleep is important, your workouts are important, the fact that you have to set time aside to meal prep, that you can't just go out and have dinner anytime. I've learned over the years that yes, I can go to an event, I just have to bring my own food.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you get a lot of, oh, what are you eating now? Or your food stinks, or what is that? And what are you
Oh,
eating? Air? Like, you know, so you just not even have to do it yourself, just support the fact that that person can do something that most people can't.
yeah, yeah. I think that's something to be proud of. I mean, you know, to have a partner that looks so good, you know, and puts all that hard work into it and everything. So, you know.
Yeah. You know, everybody wants to look, but nobody wants what goes with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I think that's good advice. I was wondering how are you doing on time? Because I have like a couple more questions, but I don't know if you have time.
I'm free however long
Okay.
you want.
Okay, cool. I just have like three more questions. So,
Sure.
um, I was curious if you ever find yourself like out in public to be, or online to be like a target of fit shaming?
Yeah. Yes. I actually worked a restaurant job for a while, where I was wearing like a shirt, like it wasn't a tank top, but we could technically wear whatever we wanted. And my boss told me I had to wear longer sleeves.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
Huh.
anybody else, he wouldn't have said that because it's still a sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely some shaming in it, you know. Oh, you might look like, I won't even say it. Or, you know, why can't you just be normal? Or you're just like too big for a woman. You know, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely get a lot of shaming, sadly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sadly. And I think it's just
Yeah.
because it's not normal, which,
Yeah.
you know, why don't we make it more normal? That'd be nice.
I know.
Everybody needs to start doing it so that it becomes the norm.
I agree. Yeah. I think y'all should be praised, you know, for your hard work and yeah, just yeah, but I think folks are just jealous too, you know, maybe they're
Oh yeah, I think I think it's hard for, yeah, people will shame you because basically they can't do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know everybody wants to do it, but then when they try, they're like, oh yeah, never mind.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, I never thought in a million years I could do it, but I've been able to, which has been really nice. And now
Yeah.
it's like it's something I've almost mastered, not really, but um, like my regular personality, I'm very like I'm not a very scheduled person. I'm kind of all over the place, little flighty and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. And then to have like such the structure of bodybuilding, I think with the two combinations, it just kind of um, keeps me level.
Yeah,
It balances me out. I'm
I
like
got
la
you.
la land over here, and then strict over here, and then so I'm balanced.
I think that's great though. I think that's good that it provides the balance for you that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I was curious, you know, I've been to a lot of bodybuilding shows. I just went to the Hurricane Pro this past weekend, and I'm
Nice.
always surprised there's just, in my opinion, not that many fans that actually show up to the shows. I was curious, what do you think we could do to get more people butts in the seats to not only that but to buy the live streams too? And I was wondering if you had a good crowd at the Legion's Pro this year.
I actually did have a good crowd there this year. And I had a lot more people on the live feed too. So I just
Good.
think us as athletes, we need to, I wouldn't say, because bragging is not the right word, but like I'm terrible at advertising myself, right? But I
Hmm.
need to be better at advertising myself to just say, hey, you should watch this show, or you should come, or you should check it out, or if you're ever interested, like this would be a good show for you to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I think us as athletes need to kind of do some of that advertising.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not a mainstream sport, so you have to be really kind of a fan of muscle, which I think a
Mhm.
lot of people are. I don't know. I don't really know what to do to get more. But again, I think me personally, I can just advertise more.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, actually. I think
Say,
it'll
hey, come see me. Come watch me, and then we'll go out to eat afterwards.
uh-huh. I think you're right about that. Yeah, you could get more fans to come and more hyping yourself
Yeah.
too, or
Yeah,
get
yeah,
other
yeah.
folks to hype you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, at Legion's I had a great crowd, so it was really nice. And again, because it was local, so a lot more people I know could come.
oh yeah,
Um,
that's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that makes a difference too. If I'm competing in the East Coast, I'm not going to have as many fans. Hopefully on the live I would, but in the crowd, no.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, definitely. No, I personally, I find the ticket prices can be a little expensive too, or they're so fragmented, and then when you add it up, it can really add up, to be very expensive for a fan to come. So I personally, I would like to see the ticket prices go down a little bit and it
Yeah,
get more, maybe fill more seats with the cheaper prices and a bigger crowd and more people, maybe you ultimately end up with more revenue in the long run, but that just,
right.
uh, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess they'd have to try it to find out, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it can get a prohibitively expensive sometimes. And
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is expensive. So, um, yeah, I mean, even competing as a pro is expensive. We still have to purchase our IFBB pro cards every year we compete. Even for masters, I had to pay a registration fee. So even as a pro, it's costing us. So
yeah, that's true. I
yeah.
know it's kind of a money loser, not a money maker for y'all.
Right. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, if I win money, it'll just cover the cost of my suit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I mean,
no.
sponsorship would be great. I don't know what that would entail, but yeah, I'm sure every sponsor has, different things as because I've been a ambassador for like Total Nutrition was a company I was an ambassador for. And at first they had offered us some money for sponsorship and then they stopped doing that program. So basically we just got discounts on the products.
Hmm.
And there's stuff to that too. I have to market them on my social media. Um, and I haven't been great at that. I should be better at that to be able to market, companies that support me. Like last year I had a couple sponsors. And so I tried really hard to like each of my posts, like tag them or mention them, that type of thing.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know how much it helped their businesses or not, but I hope it did something. Got their name out there, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And I know you have a good following too. So
I'm
yeah.
working on it. I
Yeah.
think it's getting up there.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I think Legions for me this year. I got noticed. So I think from here and to be able to do these interviews, I mean, the fact that I'm like, how did you even know about me? Like, where did you see me? Like, because I'm like, who am I? I'm just, a house mom.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I've been following you as Teresa Brooks in Physique for a while anyway, so I know
wow.
about you. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and like I don't even realize the followers I have really, which I should probably get more in tune with that. But I remember running into a lady at Trisha's gym and she was like, "Oh my gosh, is your, handle yada yada?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're such an inspiration. I've been following you for a long time." And it's like, wow,
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome. Like, so if you are following me and, or Trish or whatever, like, let us know. Like, it's
Yeah.
good for us to even know that we are possibly making an impact on someone else's lives
Oh
um,
yeah.
in a positive way, just for motivation or, anything really.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. And I yeah, I encourage fans to reach out and positive words, not
Yes, yes.
no
Well, you wouldn't
trolls.
call them fans if they weren't going to be positive, right?
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the trolls
What
aren't
would
really
we call
fans, I
them?
think.
Haters. No
Yeah,
haters.
no haters. Yeah, you don't need to deal with those guys.
Yeah.
Um, so I was
Yeah.
just curious if there's anything I missed that you'd like to address or anyone that you'd like to shout out.
Well, obviously Trish Wood with Iron Addiction 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I think one of my things is like for women and as moms, let's not feel guilty about setting time for our health and well-being.
Mhm.
Because I think it's important, even if you're not a mom or dad or whatnot, just take care of yourselves.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to, I think.
I like that. I think that's good. Good
Yeah, I
advice.
think diet and exercise are the best medicine. So
Yeah,
why not?
it's the fountain of youth, I think, you know. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Why I look 22, right?
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 44.
Are you really? Oh, wow,
Yeah,
44.
yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. Yeah, you definitely look younger, I think. Yeah.
Yes, you're my new best friend.
Oh man. One thing before I forget, I wanted to shout out Bad Rap, the Joe and Eunice that have a Bad Rap clothing company. So we're in the
Oh,
shop
nice.
today,
Yeah,
but
I'll have to check them out.
they're really cool folks, and they sponsor athletes, sponsor
All right.
Sherry Priami and Teresa Ivanchik, and oh, they had one other. Oh, they're gonna Hella Trevino. So
Oh,
uh,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, so they but they're really great ladies, and they support just, you know, the women and stuff too. So they're cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
And what I've loved is there's been some great photographers too, like Sean Nelson. Yeah, I did a photo shoot with Wings of Strength. I don't remember all their names off the top of my head, but there's been some amazing photographers out there.
Yeah.
So book some photo shoots after these shows because these photographers are just they're phenomenal. So.
Yeah, like Annie from Muscle Angels and
Oh yeah.
James from FT Video, and then Joe from HD Physique. So they're all friends of mine.
Yeah, and actually Trish and I are doing an HD Physique photo shoot in Orlando.
Oh, terrific. Oh, Joe does a
Yeah,
great
we
job.
go.
He's a good
Yeah,
guy. He's a friend of mine. So yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, like a joint
that
photo shoot?
no, not joint, but different days, but same HD Physique. So
Oh, that'd be cool to have you compose together. That'd be kind of neat.
I know maybe we'll try to sneak a couple in each session.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be so
Yeah,
cool. That's cool. Yeah,
yeah. I know everybody's like, wait, how are you two muscle chicks are friends? It's like I know it's rare to find two of us at once.
Oh, I think that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Everybody thinks we're either a couple or sisters.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like, no, we're just friends.
I think that's sweet that y'all are so close like that though. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been great. It's been great. So
Would you mind doing a quick flex for me?
not at all. It's my favorite.
All right. Wow, you're still looking great. You're looking like a
I
physique
still
girl to
have the
me.
upper body, right?
You do. You look terrific. Yeah, you look
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you.
Well, thanks again for Teresa for your time, and I'll like I said, I'll
Yes,
probably
thank
get
you.
this posted tomorrow, and I'll tag you, of course, and tag Trish as well.
Yeah,
And like I said, I hope to see you on November 2nd at Clash, and I'll
yeah,
keep you posted if I'm able to come.
definitely keep us posted.
I will,
It'd be great.
definitely.
It'd be great to meet you in person.
Thank you, Teresa. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
of
definitely
course.
want to meet both of y'all. So,
Yes,
but
thank you.
thanks again for your time.
Of course, thank you.